as tourist attractions in Thailand go, they don't get much bigger than the Royal Palace. And an increasing number of visitors from China are determined to see it. That's because it's the annual New Year's holiday, when most Chinese go on trips.
Ni hao, how are you? Happy Chinese New Year! Hello!
They took 3.6 billion of them last year, and as incomes rise, more and more want to travel overseas.
Ni hao!
There are 300,000 Chinese tourists in this city, taking in the sights and celebrating the New Year. But for some Thais, that's simply too many. They accuse the Chinese of bad behavior and being unspeakably rude. Sometimes the trouble starts on the journey here.
There have been fights at the ticket counter and fights in the aisle, and passengers opening the aircraft doors on the runway. On this recent flight from Bangkok, a Chinese woman threw hot noodles on a flight attendant. Then her boyfriend threatened to blow the plane up. And it doesn't get much better on arrival, with drying underwear at the airport, writing "I was here" in sensitive locations, and ringing temple bells with one's feet. That's a big no-no. These well-publicized incidents have led to tensions in Thailand and anxiety in China. Government officials now plan to name and shame their terrible tourists and prevent them from traveling. And on the streets of Beijing today, people told us there is a problem.
You have to respect their laws. You have to respect their standards of hygiene. You can't just leave rubbish around.
Before, the government didn't really pay attention to educating people about this, but I think people are becoming more aware of the problem now.
Well, one of China's state-owned newspapers published a guide to New Year's travelers this week. It included the following tips. Don't snap your fingers. That's a way to call a dog. Cutting in line is not cool. Standing in line is now in fashion. And do not write "I was here." You're not the Monkey King. And then there are breaches of toilet etiquette. The owner of this Thai temple got so upset with the way Chinese tourists left the facilities, he banned them temporarily. It's getting out of control, said an exasperated Mr. Chalerm Chai. Still, the Thai tourism minister calls on fellow citizens to be patient with the Chinese.
Maybe the first time when you go out of the country, you don't know the manner, you don't know the culture there, and so therefore you might be doing something that you without intention, without any bad intention at all.
And, as this Chinese newspaper pointed out, the rest of us aren't perfect. Here displaying photos of visitors to China posing nude and camping on monuments and urinating in public. Most people pray for good fortune at New Year's, but some Thais are praying for good behavior. Still, it's going to take time and some education to make everyone happy.